Okay, hi everyone. Very good morning. Welcome back to our daily 11 a.m. webinar. Okay, just in a bit, just putting up a poll to see how many of you are here for the first time. I think today I see some new names. Okay, and while you're filling that in, just going to give you a short introduction of what we do here. Okay, like I mentioned, this is a daily webinar where Jin will be walking through with you his thoughts and ideas for a specific currency pair each day, or rather, some days currencies. Like today, he's going to talk about Canadian dollar and oil. Okay, on Mondays, we have Australian and Kiwi dollar, Tuesday, the euro, Wednesday, British pound, Thursday, yen and gold. Okay, and we have today. It just seems like so fast that this week has went by. Okay, so today Jin will be talking about CAD and R. It's going to be very beneficial to both longer term investors and short term traders, as he will be going through uh, the analysis in different time frames. Okay, and he will also highlight what could move the prices, some possible trade ideas, and also highlighting the potential targets and risks. Okay, but bear in mind, despite the ideas always turn out quite well in terms of actual trades, please remember to do your own analysis. Okay, that it will be solely opinion of G. Okay, let me just take a look. Okay, welcome to those who are joining us today. Hope you will keep returning every day for more good content. Okay, and just gonna put one more poll there before I move on to the next part. Is I would like to find out how did you guys get to know about our session here. Okay, so yeah, let me just introduce the team. Jean is our speaker. Okay, he runs most of the webinar sessions. We have Kenneth there. Kenneth, can you just say hi? Yeah, Kenneth does, you'll see his face for the club members every night at 9 o'clock, doing the summary of our sessions in the morning, such as this. Okay, we have Jinwei over there with a nice haircut. Okay, you'll find that the poll you're filling in now, all this where you're coming from, okay, is done up by him. And lastly, we have Daniel, the guy that probably did not get to sleep last night. Okay, and look at his background, I think it's self-explanatory. All right, and just a little bit about myself. I'm Jonathan, and I've known Jean for about 4 years. First as a student, like many of you, and now a business partner. Okay, Jean has helped me to trade consistently, and also gave me the opportunity to pass my experience to many other students, such as yourself. All right, Jin runs LCMS Traders, which is trading academy, okay, where we come and learn how to approach the forex market profitably and consistently, as well as forex briefcase, where he manages it's a managed account service where he manages about USD $8 million for our managed account clients. He has also been invited to speak on many stages globally. Actually, many become too many. I'm sure that you can see that he's starting appearing even on radio now. Okay, for those local Singaporeans on Money FM. Okay, and in fact, one of the reasons why you might be here, okay, apart from the polls, you might have listened to him on these programs or even attended some of his events previously. Okay, so yeah, today Jin will be talking about cat and owl. So I will just pass the time over to Jin now. Thank you very much.
Hello, hello. So, I was actually a little bit sad when we first started this session because Daniel has his background on, right? But I'm actually a little bit more happy right now because I asked in the chat over there how many Liverpool fans here, and only Daniel has responded. So he is alone. He is standing alone. He's probably going to be walking alone as well. So I'm a little bit happier right now. Okay, so Daniel, well done. Congratulations on your team. I'm looking forward to the lunch and dinner treats coming up because I know you made a lot of money on the football as well. All right. Okay. So yeah, duh, Andrew, duh. Let's get away from all that football, get back into what I enjoy more rather than looking at Daniel's background is currencies. Let's look at Canadian dollar and also oil today. I was just talking to Kenneth before we started this call. It's been a while. It's been actually 2 weeks since I spoke about CAD. Um, 1 week I was away, and then the other last week, most recently, I was actually on a call on radio as well. So I haven't had a chance to really pay too much attention on a Friday to talk about the Canadian dollar. So I'm happy to be doing this again now. We are live on Facebook, so if you get the chance, Forex Trading Asia on Facebook, help me click like, click share. Let's get it flooding a bit rather than the other news about Liverpool. But before we start, let's get into the news. All right, so here we have Forex Factory looking at the news. Not much happening. I've been saying this through the whole week already. Not much happening since the whole week started. Again, for news today, not much again, but I think what we'll pay more attention to is what's coming up next week, especially for CAD and the US dollar. We have the CAD GDP on Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. CAD GDP on Tuesday night. Previous was minus 7.2. The forecast is not out yet, but we'll do a quick update for Traders Club members when the forecast comes out. I'll do a quick update on that. Anticipation is that we might see some. I'm forecasting the forecast, all right. So give me a bit of leeway here. Is we might see some recovery in the GDP from Canada. So it might signal some recovery coming from the Canadian side. Might see a little bit of firming onto the Canadian dollar later next week. And then we have the employment numbers coming from the US on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we have employment numbers coming from the US. So again, bear in mind, next week's first week of the month for July, non-farm payroll is not going to be on Friday. I think it's because it's too close to the 4th of July, Independence Day in the US. So non-farm payroll is on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. So that's probably going to move the market a little bit. But what we're likely to see is that maybe for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit more of a quiet market as we lead up into the non-farm and also lead up into a long weekend in the US. So there might not be too many traders or too many people taking positions heading into that long weekend, and also because there's not that much news next week. Not much. There's a lot of news, but not much super important news that could move markets very significantly. Okay, so don't try to jump into too many trades between now and next week. If you find that you're jumping into a lot of trades, then it might feel like you're pushing the number of trying to force trades a bit, right? And usually when you force trades, it gets a little bit messy. It doesn't get very profitable that way. Okay, so we can see that, and there are going to be more updates in terms of news. Canadian GDP, the US employment numbers, all that as it comes up. If we find anything more interesting, anything that could move markets quite significantly, what I would do is I'll update it in the LCMS Traders Club, right? So LCMS Traders Club, for those of you who are not already members, head on to LCMS Traders Club on Facebook, search for us there, and click join. It is $49 a month to join, or $199 a year. At $199 a year, it's less than $1 a day. All the information we provide there is going to be massively beneficial to your trades. Why I say that is a lot of you come from the Telegram channel, right? And you know who you are coming from the Telegram channel. We provide all the trade signals in Telegram, but we actually provide it in the Traders Club first. All right, so we give you all the trade signals first in Traders Club. If you think trade signals are time sensitive, get it here first in Traders Club because you get into the trade faster. Okay, and not only do you get into the trade and analyze it faster, we also give you the analysis behind the trades. So not only do you learn, or not only do you make money from copying a signal, you actually learn how to trade. You know, the step-by-step systems that I've developed, why we're getting to trades, and also why we're getting out of trades. If it hits stop loss, we also tell you that it's hit stop loss. You can pay attention to another trade from then onwards, right? So you get a lot more guidance, a lot more understanding into not only the signals, but also how to trade. Kenneth there, Kenneth give us a big wave again. Kenneth does the 9 p.m. Updates. So every day at 9 p.m. thereabouts, right, he will do a quick update telling you whether the currency core analysis that I've done at 11 a.m. is still valid or not. A lot of you are working, so you might start trading at 9 p.m. and then you sit there going, wait, what's happened for the whole day? What should I be looking at right now when I want to trade? That quick update, you know, this is only 10 minutes long. That quick 10 minutes update to tell you what to pay attention to recap to you what happened in the market while you weren't watching. That's the shortcut to understanding the markets. More signals, more analysis, watch list, daily currency write-ups that I do as well. So it's all there. Videos are all there. So if you want to learn how to trade, you might be new, right? I know some of you are new. I recognize some names who are just starting to trade. You can watch all the videos in here. It is under getting started tutorials. You can watch all the videos, how to use different indicators, how to look at price action later, how to look at indicators, MACD, Bollinger Bands, news, backtesting strategies, trends, support, resistance. It's all there, and we're constantly adding in more information in there to really guide you through it. And it's all recorded so you can watch it over and over and over again if you need. Mondays, we also do the weekly live calls where, you know, I coach people through their trading difficulties. We also get invited speakers on to talk more about wealth creation, wealth building, wealth maintenance. All the information is there. So if you're not already an LCMS Traders Club member, remember, just click join. All right, find us on Facebook and click join. So let's jump straight into the charts. Canadian US CAD, looking at it first on the daily time frame. It's been a while, so getting a quick update. Let me just hide this. Zoom it in a little bit. We can see that, ignoring those lines there, we can see that it's set at the 1.399955 level, broke lower, and it has now seemed to bounce off, seems to be doing quite well at the 1.3643 level. Okay, at this point now, I'm going to say that the upside is going to look attractive. However, even despite it looking attractive, I don't think it's going to get there in a hurry. I think it might actually sit in this range. It has been sitting in this 1.3650 to 1.3518 level. So this good 100 pip range. It's sitting there, it's bouncing up and down in that range. What I'll be a bit more careful is whether what we see is going to happen here. Okay, so looking at it on the H4 time frame, I do anticipate that we could see it come back down and test this support. Test this support level a little bit more. Also because there's no real news triggers. Trend isn't exactly very interesting or very directional right now. So we could see, you know, nothing much happen. Actually, I would adjust this. I would actually say that it's probably going to sit across like that, not do much. So it's probably going to sit in this range, tighter range again. You can see I'm a bit picky with CAD here because it could sit in that range of between 13680 to maybe 13600, in that good 80 pip range before deciding what to do. And nothing much is going to happen. I don't think anything much is going to happen today. We saw that we got the US CAD coming next week, or the Canadian GDP coming next week. So that could be the one that pushes it a little bit. If we do see some optimism in the Canadian GDP, then we could see that come back down and test the 1.3518 level, right? So we could see that come back down and test this level of 1.3518. With that, I would best suggest is wait for it. That downside move, you could see a 50 something pip stop loss for a 80 pip take profit. Not exactly a trade that I would be super keen on, because at 50 pips stop loss, it could quite easily trigger your stop loss before slowly gravitating downwards. And also that take profit of about 80 pips, it might not get to 80, it might be even less than that. So not a lot of room for price to move. Not a pair that I'm super keen on right now. All right. So any questions on the US CAD at the moment? Nope. So yep, Daniel is doing the summaries. If I rabbled on a bit too quickly, then catch the summaries there on the chat. Looking at US CAD, the next one we look at is oil. So WTI, the last time I looked at it, it has been quite nice. It went up accordingly. It came down, test the 35 level again, bounced back up. It's still at the 39.14 level right now. I don't think it's going to do anything much, right? I do feel that it is likely to come back down and test this 35 level again. It's going to be trading in that tight range. We scrolled through the news. They were not talking anything. There was no big news about oil, no talks about further cuts in production. The increase in demand is marginal. So we don't see much news or much happenings for oil at this point. Okay, so it's going to be, again, not much happening for oil. I sound like a broken record right now, because I think for the whole week I have identified some trades, but most of the time I've been saying that I've been urging caution with not much trades to ping out. Okay, any questions? I see the chat blinking again. Let me just look at that. Okay, so good stuff. I'll do a quick review of a couple of trades I was looking at that we talked about. The US, the gold actually, what I said yesterday was it was likely to come back down a little bit before bouncing back up. It looks like it's sitting there and possibly coming back down a little bit. So give that some time to develop. That might become quite interesting. Pound yen, as I said yesterday, is sitting there. It's not going to do much. It has been still sitting there, right in the middle of this two support resistance. So don't be too tempted to enter any trades on pound yen. Euro yen, I said yesterday that it was possibly going to go up. It's still sitting there at this level. I still do think that it's going to go up, but it might need a little bit more time as it tests the 11938 level. US yen might look like a bit of a reverse to test the 106.87 level, but might have to change a little bit. Give it some time. The US dollar looks like it's starting to firm up. Looks like it might gain a little bit of strength over the next couple of days, so that might come around. Pound US dollar hasn't done much. I still do think that it's likely to still go up maybe next week. Nothing much in a hurry right now. Euro pound is sitting across. Euro US said that was going to go up. It has come back down. It has come back down by, since the last time we spoke, by about 87 pips. So what I want to really press upon you is that you see that markets really over the all the currency pairs we've been looking at, pound yen sitting in a tight range, euro yen really sitting in a relatively tight range, US yen sitting across, pound US dollar sitting across, euro pound sitting across, euro US moved down 80 something pips over 2 days, 3 days, hasn't done that much. New Zealand US dollar sitting across as well, testing a support level. Aussie US sitting across as well at 68.82, right? So you will notice that of all the charts I've scrolled through, everything is sitting across. Everything is sitting across. It's either sitting at a support level or it's sitting right in the middle of a support and resistance level. So I do feel that this week hasn't been a great volume trading week, but it is all setting up. I do feel that it's setting up into what could happen next week, because we're looking at the second half of the year. We're coming to the end of the month right now for first half of the year, and it's been a terrible first half of the year, right? I think we can agree on that. We might be looking at some accounts being preserved for the end of the month right now, looking into the second half of the year. That's why we see that quiet consolidation happening right now. Looking at July onwards, we might see a little bit more activity, especially after all this consolidation. So don't rush into trades right now. Analyze the market, look at your different levels, but be ready to jump into a trade when the market starts breaking out of its consolidation. All right, I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Good stuff, Andrew. So Andrew asks, as currencies are sitting across, is it a signal for a breakout? It does. I wouldn't say it's a signal for a breakout. I would say that the conditions are quite well set for a breakout. I do not know what could be the trigger for a breakout, apart from coming into the second half of the year, as people start taking position, as economy starts opening up and people start taking positions to try and recover from what happened in the first half of the year. All right, I hope that makes sense to you, Andrew. Not, Jonathan, you want to take it back?
Okay, so thank you very much, Jin, for the analysis on CAD and EUR, and also the additional analysis on the summary of what we spoke about this week. Okay, just going to launch a quick poll to find out how you find the session. Okay, and while you're filling that in, just remember today's a Friday. Okay, market's going to end the week. And like Jin mentioned, not much trading opportunity today. Okay, better to wait and see what's going to happen next week and also next month onwards. So enjoy your Friday evening with your family. Take a break off trading and get recharged for next week.
Celebrating the Liverpool win.
Yes, we are all going to be out with Daniel and probably getting drunk somewhere.
So we are all 5 of us. That's all, 5 person, right? Socially distanced.
Yep. So, yep, as you guys are filling in the poll, thank you very much for attending. As you see, today there is more analysis that Jin does on all currency pairs. Just remember that this session is recorded and will be uploaded. So if you would like, you're doing your planning over the weekend and you would like to have something to refer to, feel free to come back to this recording.
Alrighty.
Okay. Yeah.
Trade safe, trade well, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.